Most people only realize it later in life. They didn't lose out to circumstances or luck. They lost out to a careless decision made in a single moment. Sometimes a critical choice takes just a few seconds to make, but can take years, even longer, to live with. Today, I'm not here to talk about empty, generic life advice. I want to share the mistakes I've made myself and 6 harmful decision patterns I've seen hold so many people back after years of watching others and reflecting on my own journey. The sooner you recognize them, the more unnecessary struggles you can avoid. The first mistake: treating external stability as the ultimate goal in life. I used to know someone who worked at a big traditional company for 8 years. His pay wasn't amazing, but the job felt secure. He told me he'd wake up every day feeling empty inside, but he was too afraid to change anything, scared of losing the stability he had. Then the company restructured, and he was among the first let go. In that moment, he finally understood. The stability he'd clung to so tightly was never really his to keep. Real security never comes from a single job or a single platform. It comes from your own skills, from the confidence that you can stand on your own, no matter where you go. Mistaking the stability of a platform for your own ability is one of the most common errors in judgment. You think you're avoiding risk, but really you're slowly weakening your own competitiveness while staying comfortable. The second mistake: chasing instant pleasure and consumption during the years you should be investing in yourself. When I was in my early 20s, I spent a lot of money on things that didn't really matter. I thought rewarding myself right away was just part of life. Later, I noticed something about the people around me who made clear progress by their 30s. They were rarely driven by quick, cheap thrills. They chose to invest their money in learning, books, connections, and professional skills. They put in the time to get really good at one thing. Meanwhile, others who spent most of their energy on shopping and entertainment often reached a point where they had little savings and no standout skills to show for it. It's not a problem to have modest material things when you're young. What's dangerous is choosing easy, immediate pleasure over investing in your future when you have the time and energy to do so. The third mistake: being too afraid of imperfection and failure to ever really start. This is incredibly common these days, and most people don't even realize they're doing it. They always say, "I'll start when I'm ready," but they keep waiting and never move past the planning stage. When I first started creating content, my first video was rough. The logic was messy, the delivery was unpolished, and barely anyone watched it. But that imperfect beginning was exactly what started all the progress that came after. Chasing perfection too early often becomes the biggest barrier to taking action. People who wait for the perfect moment usually end up with nothing but regret. Real growth isn't prepared perfectly. It's built step by step, through doing. The fourth mistake: wasting too much energy on relationships that require constant people-pleasing. For a long time, I cared way too much about what others thought. I feared being disliked, losing connections, so I poured hours of emotional energy into keeping up fake, surface-level relationships. Eventually, I realized people who truly value you don't need you to lower yourself to impress them, and people who don't accept you won't change their minds no matter how hard you try. Relationships that leave you feeling drained, anxious, or doubting yourself don't make you better. They hold you back. Your energy is limited. Every minute you spend on toxic, one-sided relationships takes away from time you could be growing. The fifth mistake: quitting at the first sign of difficulty and calling it flexibility. I've seen so many people start things with big excitement, then lose it quickly. They try a path for a while, don't see fast results, decide the space is too crowded or the market isn't right, and switch directions. They jump around and never build real long-term skill. The truth is, almost any path can lead to results if you stick with it long enough, but most people quit right before they would have seen a breakthrough. Persistence isn't blind stubbornness. It means giving one direction enough time to see if it actually works. Dipping your toes in and switching constantly is one of the main reasons so many people never make consistent progress. The sixth mistake: confusing busy work with real effort, using small, meaningless tasks to avoid real growth. I've been stuck in this pattern myself. There was a period when I worked long hours every day and looked extremely productive. But after months of this, I wasn't actually improving. When I stepped back and looked closer, I realized I was mostly doing busy work. Small, easy tasks that kept me occupied but didn't challenge me or push me out of your comfort zone. Being busy creates a comforting illusion that you're working hard. It lets you avoid the harder, more important things that actually move the needle. Meaningful effort almost always requires leaving your comfort zone. Learning something unfamiliar, trying something new, facing your own fears and doubts. Each of these 6 patterns comes from my own life, or from real people I've watched struggle for years. Many wrong turns in life aren't because of a lack of hard work. They happen because we put too much energy into unclear, unhelpful directions. Your mindset shapes your choices, and your choices shape your results. Just recognizing these traps already puts you ahead of most people. You don't have to wait years to regret your choices. It's never too late to adjust. Mistakes themselves aren't scary. What's sad is never realizing you're repeating them over and over. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. I'll keep creating content that helps you grow and avoid unnecessary mistakes. Hope to see you again soon.